Hey everyone, it's your friend Think Noodles and welcome to my full walkthrough for Poptropica Cryptids Island. This walkthrough contains a full audio commentary so I can tell you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it so you can get through the island easier. If you're looking for an item and you just can't seem to find it in the video, description below and click see more, I'm going to be putting time codes for some of the more important items that people can't seem to find. Click the time code, it'll take you right to that point in the video so you can find out how to get that item. If you don't see a time code for the item you're looking for, please leave a comment below and ask where it is. Now, one more thing before we get to the walkthrough. If this video helps you in Cryptids Island, please take a second to like it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Poptropica walkthroughs. Alright, let's get started on Cryptids Island. Alright, and as we drop in, just run to your right and this guy right here will grab you and hand you a flyer. And you don't really need to look at it. I'll just guide you through it. And as you run past here, you're going to want to pet this seal. And he loves it when you pet him, so pet him every time you walk past him. I'm only kidding. You don't have to pet him if you don't want to, so keep running to your right. And keep going. And we're going to end up here with some rich people's houses. And you can run past this woman here. You can talk to her and her dog. She's not very nice. Just keep running all the way to the right, and you see up there in the tree there's a little piece of money, a bill. You grab it, and it is a $5 bill. So now you've done what you need to do here. Just run back to your left, past the woman and her dog, and she'll be standing there the whole time. You don't ever have to talk to her, but you can if you like. Keep moving to your left, and we go into the next screen. And keep going, and we will come to the general store right here and go inside. Now all you need to do is go to the shopkeeper and you can ask him if you can buy something. You don't have to, but you need to open up your inventory and use the $5 bill. And the only thing that is $5 here is the sports drink, so select the third option. And he'll sell you a $5 Gatorade. Great. Now, I'm not very thirsty. I'm not sure about you guys, but I know someone who is. So let's head over to our right. And keep going here. And we'll head back to where the woman and her dog was, and we'll talk to one of the gardeners. Alright, keep going, and here he is. Now just talk to him, and he says he's thirsty. Perfect, we've got just the thing. Open up your inventory and use the sports drink. He'll drink the drink and thank you, and hand you his shears. And we need those. So what you can do is come over here and click on this with your shears and click use, and you can trim her hedges, and it'll make her mad. You don't have to trim much of it, but it's kind of funny to see what she has to say, and you don't have to do this at all. And you only have to clip one branch, but click close and see, she's gonna sue you. Can you believe that? After you did some work for her, she wants to sue you? Ah, the nerve. Okay, well, head to your left and keep going to your left. And continue to your left. And stop at the seal and give him a little rub and keep right on going. And you keep going past the bed and breakfast, which I think is the common room. Keep going to your left. And you'll have to go through this screen again. And now here we are with all the adventurers that are taking off one by one, and you need to help a couple of them. So run to your left, and you'll run into the hang gliding woman here, and just talk to her, and she'll ask you for a push. All you have to do is click her one more time, and you'll push her off. Hooray! Okay, now just jump up to the top, and jump up a little higher, and you can jump in here and talk to him, and he needs you to cut him loose. So use your shears and cut him loose. And something really weird happens here to me. I don't know. It gives me the rope, but it doesn't actually cut him loose. I don't really know what happened here. So if it happens to you, the way I fixed it is I just clicked it again. I don't know why, but I don't know. It just didn't seem to work. And there, I don't know. And then it gives me the rope again. I really don't know what happened there. But anyway, make sure you get the rope and then run over to your left here and pet the seal's little brother. I think the first one's cuter. What do you guys think? Okay, now let's head to the right. And we don't need to talk to any of these people. Keep going to your right. Now, keep going to your right until you see the kite store. So we'll keep going here, keep going, stop and pet the seal, and here we are at the kite store. All right, now there's a bunch of different kites, but all you need to do is use one of your nylon ropes, since I have two, and you'll ask about the Kite Surfer X250. And then just run over to your right and grab the cool kite. And we get to try it. So now, head out of the door. And let's go to the left. And stop and pet the seal, of course. And keep going. Keep going to your left until we get back to where all of the adventurers were leaving, because we are one of those adventurers now. Keep going all the way to the end where we pushed the hang glider off. All right, now just open up your inventory and use the Kite Surfer X250, and you'll run along and you'll start kite surfing. And in this part, you don't really have to do much of anything. It is kind of fun to click and jump and bounce off the waves and stuff, but you can just let it do whatever it wants. And as you keep going, you'll come up on this boat automatically. And there's really, like I said, nothing you have to do. And she will sabotage you with a fireball. I don't know where she got the fireball from, but yep, we're in trouble now. And as we almost drown, a helicopter from Muse Corp shows up. And a little later, we wake up. And we're okay. And see, we were sabotaged by Gretchen Grimlock, and we will see her again soon. You can count on that. He'll explain to us that we're supposed to meet him a little later. So now just click the water so you can get out of bed and feel a lot better. There we go. And head out of the room. And did you see the Bigfoot clock up there? That's one of the cryptids. So head over to your right here, all the way on the bottom right, and enter the door. And here we are in the Cryptid Museum, and you have to watch all of the videos. Now, you don't have to watch them in their entirety, right over here on the right. You just have to watch or play each one, and you can close it right away. I'm going to let all of them play.
Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the Yeti. He has many names, but eyewitnesses all describe him the same way. Between 6 and 10 feet tall, covered in shaggy fur, and smells worse than a pair of stinky sneakers. And of course, he's got really big feet. Based on this description, some people believe that Bigfoot is left over from ancient time. Half human, half ape, he should have been extinct a long time ago. Bigfoot can be found all over the world. In the Himalayan mountains, monks have reported seeing what they call a Yeti for many years. They have taken footprint casts as proof, and even have a Yeti's scalp locked away in a monastery. Bigfoot is also said to roam the forests of the Pacific Northwest in the United States. In 1967, a famous video of a Bigfoot was taken by Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin in California. It clearly shows the creature walking across a rocky scene. Many believe this is the best evidence of Bigfoot. Years later, a friend of the men said he wore an ape costume for the video. Believers in Bigfoot say he is lying.
Those stinky sneakers. I'm not sure I want to meet Bigfoot. Okay, now come on over to the right here and we'll check out the Chupacabra.
In 1995, several Puerto Rican farmers were faced with a strange puzzle. The goats and chickens on their farms had died mysteriously during the night. The animals had 2 puncture wounds in them, almost like marks from a vampire's fangs. Was a coyote to blame? An escaped panther? Wild dogs? The villagers didn't think so. They were sure that the creature that attacked their animals was a chupacabra, Spanish for goatsucker. Although the first chupacabra sighting was reported in 1950, after the 1995 sightings, chupacabra fever swept the world. As reports came in, people started sketching what they thought the beast looked like. About 5 feet tall, with a large mouth full of sharp teeth and fangs. It had large, red, alien-like eyes, stood on 2 legs, and had very sharp claws. Some people have taken photos of what they believe is a dead chupacabra, but scientists have proven that those photos show coyotes with a disease called mange. Does this prove that the chupacabra doesn't exist? Nobody has yet explained how all those goats and chickens died. And those who have seen the chupacabra say they'll never forget the monster with the glowing eyes.
Glowing eyes are scary. I'm not sure I want to meet the chupacabra. Let's head up and to the right, and we'll look at the Loch Ness Monster now.
Scotland's Loch Ness receives thousands of visitors each year. They come to catch a glimpse of the legendary monster that is said to swim in the loch's deep waters. The monster, nicknamed Nessie, is reported to look like a dinosaur with a long neck, flippers, and gray skin like an elephant's. There have been many stories, photos, and even films of Nessie over the years. Let's look at the evidence. In the 7th century, a writer named Adam Nunn told a story about a monk named St. Columba, who had chased a strange beast at the River Ness near Loch Ness. In 1933, George Spicer and his wife saw a creature that looked like Nessie cross the road in front of their car, then disappeared into the loch. In 1934, a surgeon named Dr. Wilson produced a photo of a long-necked monster. This famous picture convinced many that Nessie was real. Years later, a man claimed that he faked the photo using a toy submarine. Was he telling the truth? Since then, many people have taken video evidence of strange humps moving in the water. Researchers in submarines have used sonar to locate any sign of a large beast. Still, Nessie has not been found.
Now, see, Nessie looks kind of cute, and I think Nessie has the nicest name out of all of them so far. Now, let's check out the Jersey Devil.
Let us travel back in time 300 years to the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. On a dark, moonless night, Mother Leeds gave birth to her 13th child. A hideous creature emerged with leathery wings, a long tail, horns, and a head like a horse. It let out a terrible cry and flew up the chimney. Since then, many sightings of the creature have been recorded. The first notable report came from Naval Commodore Stephen Decatur in the 1800s. He saw the beast flying across the sky. He shot a cannonball at it, but the Jersey Devil kept flying. In 1909, there was a rash of sightings. In one town, the beast flew around a trolley full of people. One witness found hoofprints on a roof. Another woman heard a noise in her yard and went outside to see the Jersey Devil holding her pet dog. She hit the creature with a broom, it dropped her dog, and flew away. Skeptics think the Jersey Devil is a large bird, such as the great horned owl. In recent years, there haven't been as many sightings, but people still report hearing its unearthly cry in the woods late at night.
The New Jersey Devil is much scarier than I thought it would be. Okay, finally, let's finish with the giant squid.
Sea monsters aren't real, or are they? Since ancient times, sailors have told stories about huge creatures that live in the ocean. Terrible beasts with long tentacles powerful enough to sink ships. For centuries, people thought the giant squid couldn't be real, just a legendary creature, like a dragon or a unicorn. Why? Not enough proof. In the 1800s, some dead squid had washed up on shore. There were drawings and pieces of squid preserved, but scientists wanted to capture a whole squid, or at least get a photo of one. In 2004, a fishing boat captured the body of a giant squid named Archie. Archie was almost 29 feet long from the top of his head to the tip of his tentacles. Finally, scientists had a specimen they could study. The same year, Japanese scientists took the first photos of a live squid. In 2006, more Japanese researchers took the first video of an adult giant squid. Now scientists know more about giant squid than ever before. They have discovered that an adult squid can grow to 43 feet. That's longer than a school bus. It's no wonder ancient sailors thought these creatures were monsters.
A squid as long as a school bus? That's amazing. Okay, now we will meet Mr. Muse, and he'll tell us about our mission. Alright, now you just select the third option, I'll do it. And we have to bring him evidence, and we'll have to do that a few times throughout, and this ends up being a pretty long island. So get ready. Head out and run to your left here and head through the doors. Now run to your right and we have a helicopter waiting for us. Awesome. Okay, so let's start at Loch Ness since it's the first one on the list. Now we'll land in Scotland and just run to your right and keep going here. We'll get tickets later, sort of. Click on this guy here and ask if you can help him. And his trailer is stuck, so all you need to do is click the tire right here and then click the valve and you'll lower the tire by letting air out of it. And look at that, it says bad day for the tire. He must be having a pretty bad day, actually. Now that it's empty, he will give you his camera. And we're gonna need that throughout. There we go. And let's continue to our right, and we're gonna go to the pub. Keep running to your right and enter the Nessie pub right here. And we are gonna head all the way to the left. Let's go here. There we go. And talk to this guy right here with the mustache. And he'll tell you a little bit over a game of darts. And you're gonna have to play this 3 separate times. And the first time you're gonna have the worst pair of darts, or I guess trio of darts. And it makes it a bit hard. It gets easier as you get each set of darts. So, yep, ratty darts. So you'll see when I click on one and pick it up, I'm not moving my mouse here. And as you know, if you're trying it, you aren't either. But click toward the middle as best you can. And there we go, lucky shot. And try again and just try your best to get it in the center there. And nope, yep, that's the best I can do. And I think I go a little shallow there. 53. I didn't throw it hard enough, but I still have a sizable lead, and all he can get me with is a bullseye. So as long as I stay ahead of him by enough, and at 20, there's no way he can beat me because the maximum he can get right here is 50. So there we go, 73 to 34. I win. And since he bet us for the ticket, he gives us another set of darts and the ticket. So there we go. Now that we have beat him and we have the ticket, let's go to the rowboat and try and prove the existence of Nessie. All right, head to our left. And we'll continue to our left here. Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, and keep going, and jump into the rowboat and open up your inventory and use the ticket. There we go. And he will offer you a tour. And what you need to do is just sit and wait, and he'll bring you to another screen. And if you watch closely, now be quiet, everyone. Shh, we don't want to spook Nessie. There it is. There it is. You see it? Yeah. We need to get closer, right? He won't let us, and he seems a bit suspicious. So we might as well take a picture because that's all we've got. So use the camera. And there we go. There's a photo of the Loch Ness Monster, but it has a question mark. So let's head back to the right. So click go right, and make sure you click go right or you'll jump out of the boat. But that's okay. You can get right back in. And jump off here and get into the helicopter, and let's go verify this picture. So click on Muse Mansion. All right, run to your left and let's go inside the mansion. Get used to this, you're gonna do it a lot. Run to your right and jump past the butler and go in here. And Mr. Muse will be waiting for us down below near the lab. Run to our left here. There he is. Now open up your inventory and show him the picture. And of course, we were tricked. He knows better than we do, and those were just truck tires. We got tricked. We're gonna go fix it, right? Okay, let's go back and try and get a submarine ticket, because the submarine will get us closer and we can get a better picture. So let's head out. And we will go to our left here and exit the mansion. This is a pretty nice house, I have to say. If I were a Poptropican, I'd love to live in this house. Let's run to our right here and get into the helicopter. Alright, now we need to run to our right again, and we need to get a submarine ticket. And the way we get that is in the pub. Gotta play some more darts, guys. Now continue to the right and go inside. And run to your left here, and before I forget, jump up and grab the matches right here. You're gonna need those. There we go. Now talk to these two guys. And they will tell you a story about when they saw Nessie, and it was scuba diving, so that makes us think we need to get into the submarine. So we'll get to that in a second. I'll let you read their conversation. Alright, now we have to play the darts, and it's the same strategy as last time. Try and aim for the middle, and it should be easier this time to aim. And then the power is about the same, 50. And I actually did really, really well on this walkthrough. Here we go, and I got lucky right here. Just there, yep. And 53, and here I go with the third dart. And 3 for 3. Perfect. 150 points. The maximum score. Like I said, I did really well. Alright, now he says we're wasting our time, and he hands us a submarine ticket. Now let's head out, and let's run to our left, and let's go get in that submarine. We're gonna prove that the Loch Ness Monster is real right now, right? Okay, let's do it. All right, there's the old fellow, and just open up your inventory, use the submarine ticket, and we will head down. Now we get to control the submarine, which is awesome for a ride, isn't it? So what you want to do is head all the way down and to the left. And I got a little bit lost here, but I didn't go down far enough. But you want to go all the way down. And let me just go further, down, down. There we go. And get Nessie right here. And then open up your inventory and use the camera. And you'll take a picture of it. There we go. And again, it says Loch Ness Monster with a question mark. Must be the case. We must have gotten it, right, guys? I hope so. Then we can go to the next one, right? So let's head to our right, and we're going to go show the guys at the pub because that's what we said we should do. So let's keep going to the right. All right, let's go into the pub. And let's head to the left a little further. And let's open up our inventory and show them the picture that we just took as proof. Right? Right? What newspaper clip? What are you talking about? Let's click the picture right there. Oh no, it was a movie prop. Well, he gives us another set of darts, so that's good. And this is a really high quality dart. So let's head out. And just before we go out, we get stopped by the guy with the mustache. He wants a rematch, and we've got some awesome darts. And he says he's going to make it worth our while. And he'll help us find Nessie, guaranteed. I can't pass this up. Neither can you. Let's do it. So same strategy, and these are a lot easier to aim than even the second pair or set. And 50, and that was close, right on the edge. And let's get the second one. Same as before. Just enough power. 50, right dead center. And he has no chance to beat me now, but I might as well rub salt in the wound and give him one more so he has really no chance. There we go, a little bit further. And 50. Haha, 150. And he got 50, but I still would have beat him because I had 100 to begin with. But there we go. 3 for 3 again. And I can't believe I won. And, well, he doesn't have a prize because he says we cheated, but really he just didn't have a prize to begin with. And the barkeep helps us out. And this guy takes off. Sore loser. But the barkeep gives us a penny whistle that we can use to call the Loch Ness Monster. Finally, we might actually get to see the real Loch Ness Monster. So let's head out. And let's head to our left one last time. And run up to the dock again. Here we go. And jump into the rowboat. And use your ticket again. And he's going to take off because he doesn't want to get caught by the police that we're about to call on him. So he is going to let us drive the boat by ourselves. Well, actually row the boat, right? Oops. Make sure that when you're in the boat, you click go left like that. And we're going to row the boat. Row, row, row your boat gently in the lock and continue to the left a little further. And here we are. Now you need to use the penny whistle. And you'll blow it, but you can't hear it, which is weird. But anyway, here is something in the water. And oh my goodness. And you know what? I think it actually still is kind of cute. Look at the little eyebrows that Nessie has there. So now use your camera, take a picture, and don't upset Nessie. There we go, the real Loch Ness Monster. And let's go to the right. You would think you'd have to turn the boat around, but you don't. So we just go backwards in the boat. It's weird, I know. All right, now we are back on the dock and jump out and head into the helicopter. Now, I would say let's go back and prove its existence, but we're going to go to the Himalayas first because we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and you'll see why in a second. All right, now that we are here, you're going to want to jump up onto this here and then jump up onto the ledge. Keep jumping up and jump up a little bit further past the clothesline and talk to this guy. This is, I call him Gary the Guide. He's a Sherpa, and Gary's going to help us up the mountain. So let's get going. And what you have to do with Gary here is run to your left. Well, in this case, you're going to run to your left. And you have to click on the next ring. And once you're safe, he'll come along. And you kind of just tag team across. So we'll jump here and then click that. And once you're tied up, you'll see his rope come slack. And he's here tied on. And it's your turn again. So we're always first. We're the guinea pig. So click on this one and he'll come along. There we go. And we'll keep going. And let's click that one. It's kind of like we're guiding him, don't you think? Since we have to go first. And be careful when the wind blows. It might blow you off, but what you can do is if you fall, you can climb back up your rope and start again. So don't worry, you can't die here. There we go. And I don't I don't know what Gary's doing right now. Come on, Gary, hurry up. There we go, man. Okay, now just come up to the left here and click this ring. There we go. And let me careful. Yep, that was the wind you have to be careful of. Now jump here and click this ring. Come on. And here he comes. And he's tied on. Keep going. Okay, next ring. There we go. Oh, come on. There. And that's the last one right there. And something weird happens here. Gary kind of just floats around. I don't know what he's doing. Come on, guy. Poor Gary. Okay, he's gonna. Oh, and I don't know what happens here. I get like pulled off, and I don't know. Eventually, this corrects itself, and this didn't happen the first time I played it. I don't really know what ended up happening, and I thought that it might be stuck, but then all of a sudden, it corrects itself right about here. There's Gary. Hi, Gary. I'm tied on. Keep going. You don't know what you were doing, dude, but we're going to jump up to the left here and go through this gate. There we go. Go left. And we are up the mountain. Okay, now just run to your right here and talk to this monk. And you can just bypass him. You don't really need to talk to him, but go into this temple here and run to your right and speak with the monk on the far right. And you'll see that use the third option. You'll see the Yeti wig, which looks kind of weird. Actually, it's not a wig, it's a scalp. But he won't give it to you, so he's going to give you a lantern. And thankfully, you picked up the matches in Loch Ness. So let's use the matches right here. Click use, and it'll light the lantern. Now just run to your left. And let's head out of the temple. So, all we need to do is jump up and get above the temple. So head over to your right here and get up and jump on the roof of the temple here and keep continuing. And we want to get up there. So just jump to your left and go up this ridge right here and speak with this monk and click the second option. And you have to play a game against him. So this one, they're after the Yeti. You can move your game piece safely without being trapped by the hunters. You can only move one space per turn, and you got to get to the other side. So click play, and really just make sure that you don't lock yourself in so that you have no moves front or back. And just keep waiting them out, and eventually they will make a mistake, and then you can advance all the way across. So I just kept going back and forth, and I thought, you know, if the computer kept making the same move, we'd be in kind of a stalemate. But thankfully, they didn't keep making the same move. And see, I can move forward or back, and it makes sense to move back. So you just never want to lock yourself in. And see, even though he did that, I can move forward or back. So right here, I decide, you know what, let's move forward. And then he moves right out of the way. So that was great. I make it all the way across. Okay, now he will let us pass because we have the lantern and we beat him in the game. So just continue here, jump up here, and jump up onto the ledge here. And jump across, and you'll see these bushes here, and there is a Yeti footprint. So what you need to do is use your camera and take a picture for Mr. Muse. Alright, and it says possible Yeti track with a question mark. I think I know where this is going. So just drop down here, keep going down, 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 and head back to your left so we can get out of the mountain the same way we came. Just go down here. Thankfully, we can just go over to our right here and just drop all the way down much quicker than the way we went up. And there's the helicopter. So let's get into the helicopter and let's go bring some of this evidence, especially the real evidence of Nessie and this possible evidence of Bigfoot, to the Muse Mansion. All right, and as I said, get used to this. You're going to be doing a lot. Let's head into the mansion. And let's run to our right and go into this door here. And then we'll drop down and head into the lab and we'll show them our evidence. So let's start with the picture of Loch Ness. And yes, we proved it. Excellent. First one done. Now let's show him what we have with the Yeti or Bigfoot. And, oh, okay. Well, he doesn't want us to go back. That's sad. Well, what can we do? They won't show us the evidence we need. So we're going to move on. And let's go up here and let's head out. And we're going to go to Puerto Rico, which this time of year, I'm filming this in January, would be really, really nice to some warm weather in Puerto Rico. Although I wouldn't want to meet the Chupacabra, to be honest. So let's head into the Muse Corp helicopter and click on Puerto Rico. Now you're going to land in Puerto Rico and someone crash landed in his tree and he's a really nice guy. He's going to help them get down. Although if you talk to him, he's not that nice to you. But don't worry about that. We can fix that in a second. All right, now that we're done with that, all you need to do is go and talk to the farmer and click I'm not afraid. And he'll let you borrow his Jeep. So he actually is a nice guy after all. And he wants to deliver some seeds to his brother. And we're going to head to the north and do that for him. So what you need to do is jump into the Jeep. And I'm really bad at driving the Jeep, so I'm going to speed this part up. But you're heading to the star on the upper right of the map. You can see the map and you can see my white dot. And I continue along here and crash into a bunch of stuff. And finally make it to that star on the upper right. Kinda. There we go. And click exit Jeep. Now we are going to talk to the farmer and give him the seeds. And just run to your left here. Keep going until you see right there the fur. Click on the fur. And we need to take it back to the lab. So let's head to our right again. And let's get back into that Jeep. And again, I'm going to speed it up as I drive back to where we came from so we can get in the helicopter. And I'm bad at driving, so I just don't even bother crash into the rock. Yeah, you get the point. So let's exit the Jeep. And let's run to our left here. There we go. And let's jump into the helicopter. Now let's head back to Muse Mansion. All right. Round 3, I think this is. Let's head inside. And run to our right. And drop down. And let's talk to Mr. Muse and show him our unidentified fur. And this one's a little bit harder than showing him a picture. He says we need to identify it with DNA. So here's the DNA extraction kit, and you have to do all these steps in order and be careful not to spill things. So first, take the sample and put it in the beaker. The next thing is this right here, enzyme number 2, put it into the beaker as well. Then we're going to use the lab gel, which is this yellow one right here, and you pour that into the lab tray. And be careful when you're doing the lab tray, you might spill it. I did a few times. The next thing is take the beaker and pour it into the lab tray. Then place the nylon membrane, which is the yellow one right here, into the lab tray. And then the pink bottle here, the probes. This is the one I always spill some for some reason. I don't know why. Pour that into the lab tray. And then finally, the blue one right here is the X-ray film. Let's pick that up. There we go. And then pick up the entire thing once it turns purple. Put it into the developer. And click the green button right here on the right. And there we go. Successfully extracted the DNA. Did we get it? No, it's just coyote fur. But he says we're close. So we're going to head back to Puerto Rico. So let's head out here. And you guys know the drill. Run to your left, exit the door, run to your right, and get into the helicopter. So let's do that. Sorry that it's pretty repetitive, but you know, makes the island enjoyable, right? It's familiar, right? Okay, let's head back to Puerto Rico, and when we land, you'll see that a few things have changed because we found the coyote fur and identified it. You saw that saving game, and this guy's had enough. He does not want anything to do with the chupacabra. He's gonna trap it, which you guys saw the chupacabra, not something you really want to trap. So we're gonna go find out what he's up to and borrow his Jeep. So what you want to do is you want to head to the star in the middle. So again, I'm gonna fast forward it and crash into some stuff. But come on, let's go get in here. And what you want to do is chase 3 spotted goats into that rock formation. And I think I get it here. There we go, all 3. You just want to get them in there, and they'll stay there once you get them in. And once there are 3 spotted goats in the rock formation, go ahead in. And that's what we needed as bait for the chupacabra. So he's got the trap set with those poor little goats, and they are oh so very cute. Let's see here. You'll see them in a second. Oh, okay. Now just click on him, and we'll hide, and we'll hear some noises. And let's run to our left. And they're okay. And that thing's locked up. Oh my God. That is one scary puppy dog. Woo! And he drops a fang behind, so go and pick it up. And now we have a chupacabra tooth that proves its existence. And that's all we need. So just head into your Jeep. Now, before we leave, we need one more thing. Head up and to the left, to the star on the upper left. Exit the Jeep here. And we need to get the bolt cutters. And the way you get those is, look at how cute he is. Oh, almost as cute as the seal, right? Head over to your right, and the frogs are cute too. And use these to bounce off of, kind of like a trampoline. And once you bounce all the way to the top, you'll find the bolt cutters right here. And we're gonna need those for the Jersey Devil. So now that we got that, we can leave Puerto Rico. We have proof of the chupacabra. We don't need to be here anymore. So let's go to our right and jump into the Jeep. All right, I'm going to speed it up one last time while I make my way back to the lower right and go back to the helicopter. Oh, crash into a tree. Oh boy, getting better. All right, exit the Jeep. And let's run to our left here and get into the helicopter. Come on. There we go. Now, let's just skip Muse Mansion for now and go to New Jersey. That way we can eliminate one more trip. Okay, now just run to your right here and you'll find a locked dumpster. Thankfully, we got those bolt cutters just a second ago, so open up your inventory and use them. All right, now click on it and you move the trash out of the way as you always do in Poptropica, and you'll uncover this door that has some directions on it or something. So click on it and looks like a bathroom stall door. All right, let's go into the bathroom and figure out what happened here. And you'll come inside and watch out for this guy. He looks a little scary. And you'll automatically put it in place. And there's a message. And you automatically write it down. So don't worry about having to memorize it or take a screenshot. It will come up when you need it to. So just run over to your right and exit the bathroom. And run to your right. And lucky us, someone left a motorcycle for us to ride. So jump on it. And you guys will see in the upper right, there is the message. So you want to follow the direction. So it says right. So we go right, and then left, and then over the cleft, then left, then right, then right, then left, and then left, and you come to this little cul-de-sac here. So just click look around. It's in your lower right. And you will know you're in the right place because this place was number 666, and there is a picture of the Jersey Devil on the gate. So we keep going to our right, and thankfully it's brighter than Zomberry Island. Head into the house here, and it seems a bit abandoned. So now run to your right and go up the stairs, and it seems abandoned, but oh, what's that? Uh-oh. Well, let's push this dresser across and keep pushing it all the way across while you hear the thumping noise. And once we are over to the left, click go up and jump up on top of it and go up. So now we're gonna find out what that thumping noise is, and the Jersey Devil is scary. Oh yeah, I'm creeped out too. What's gonna happen? Oh god, that's where it is. Here, oh no, it's the Jersey Devil, isn't it? It's the Jersey Devil. He's gonna eat us. Those red eye. Oh, the red eye. Oh, it's just a raccoon. No problem. Just run past the silly raccoon and pick up the grappling hook. Now run back to your left and watch the windows. Well, you'll see in a second. Just head down to the bottom level and head off of the dresser here. And do you see something there? How about there? No? Okay, well, how about there? Oh my, oh wow, wow, that poor thing looks a bit damaged. Let's head out. All right, and as we go outside, guess who is waiting for us? It's the Jersey Devil, and he looks pretty freaky. And oh, there's something in that tree. So let's click our items and use that grappling hook we just picked up. Now we'll throw a rope up there, and of course, climb the rope, right? Jump up and climb up to the top and balance on this branch here. It's a little bit tough. And then jump up into the nest and pick up the broken eggshells. Okay, you leave the grappling hook behind. We don't need it anymore. So just exit to the left. Now, in this part right here, you're gonna want to get on the motorcycle, and you could follow the directions back, but there's actually a shortcut. Instead of following all those directions, just click back to start, and it'll take you to where you started from in the beginning, and then just click exit, so you don't have to get lost. Run to your left now. We have all the evidence for all of the cryptids now, and let's take off and head to Muse Mansion. We're almost there, guys. That's it, right? Well, kind of. I mean, there is an empty spot on the itinerary computer for the helicopter, so I'm thinking you guys know what's coming. So anyway, let's head to our right one more time. And keep on going. And talk to Mr. Muse. And we're going to open up our items, and the first thing we're going to do is show him the chupacabra tooth. And we don't have to DNA that. That looks like a chupacabra tooth, so we have proven that one. All right, check confirmed. Now we have the last thing here is nope. The broken eggshells, and we need to DNA identify them. So same process as before. We just need to take the sample and put it into the beaker, and then go get enzyme number 2 right here, drop it into the beaker, then the yellow lab gel into the lab tray. Then we'll take the beaker and pour it into the lab tray. Now we'll take the yellow nylon membrane and put it into the lab tray. Finally, take the probes and drop it in the lab tray as well. Be careful not to spill this one. This one is my arch enemy. And once you're done with that, take the blue X-ray film, drop it into the lab tray and wait till it turns purple. There we go. Put it into the developer Click the green button and you have successfully extracted the DNA and proved the existence of the Jersey Devil, which we all knew was true because we saw it and it was freaky. So, we're done, right? Nope. Of course, one more place to go, the Pacific Northwest. The location has been added to the computer so we can find Bigfoot. Let's head up the stairs one last time. I know, I told you guys you'd have to get used to it because you'd be doing it a lot. So let's head out. All right, and let's run to our right and get into the helicopter. Okay, Pacific Northwest. And thankfully, we don't really have to do much problem solving here. You don't even get out of the helicopter. You just have to keep Bigfoot in your view. And I'm going to speed this up quite a bit here because it takes some time. But what you want to do is just make sure the tree that he goes under is in your entire view so that you can see him come out the other side. So just make sure you keep an eye on him. And once you do, he'll go into his cave. And uh-oh, Gretchen shows up again. I told you you'd see her. You thought we got away with it, right? Well, what you have to do is chase her helicopter around, and I didn't do so well here. I caught her much better the first time, and once you catch her, just walk across here. Don't jump because you will hit the blades, and get onto here and open her fuel tank, and it'll start emptying the fuel. Of course, we need to save Bigfoot, so drop down onto his cage here, and then open up your inventory, and thankfully we still have those shears. Use them to cut it, and oh god, we're falling! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope. Parachute. We're safe. So we float slowly down to Earth, and Bigfoot looks really, really upset, and now he looks sad. Doesn't he look sad? Poor Bigfoot. Well, you'll find out that he gets let go, and everything is okay. So we end up back in our familiar place, and he has the proof he wants at last to confirm Bigfoot. And unfortunately, Mr. Muse doesn't have as much money as everyone thinks, and he only has $1 million left. But we're not selfish Poptropicans, right? We'll give it back to Mr. Muse, and he can set up a reserve for Bigfoot. How generous, right? Well, he awards us with a medal just for that, and it has Bigfoot's foot on it. How appropriate. All right, guys, that is it for Poptropica's Cryptid Island. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough, and I hope it helped you. If it did, please take a second to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Poptropica walkthroughs. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, noodle on!